There are stories that keep you up at night, stories whispered between friends, dismissed as urban legends until they happen to you. Tonight, you'll hear 5 such stories, real, chilling, and utterly inescapable. But be warned, once you listen, these stories have a way of following you home. Are you sure you're ready? It started with a noise, a soft, shuffling sound, above Jane's bedroom. She lived alone. At least she thought she did. At first, she dismissed it, probably the house settling. But then, things started moving. The sugar jar, on the wrong counter. Her bedroom door, slightly open when she was sure she'd shut it. One night, she set up a camera, and what she saw made her blood run cold. A woman, barefoot, gaunt, crawling out of the attic hatch. She stood there, watching Jane sleep. The police found evidence, food wrappers, bedding. Someone had been living in her attic for months. But the woman? Gone. She was never found. David was exhausted when he checked into the old motel. The receptionist handed him a key and warned, "Do not look through the keyhole of room 203. Naturally, he looked. Through the tiny hole, he saw a pale woman with long, dark hair, standing against the far wall, not moving. The next morning, curiosity got the best of him. He looked again, but this time, all he saw was red. Shaken, he mentioned it to the receptionist. She went pale. "That room is empty," she whispered. "A woman was murdered there years ago. Her eyes were red, blood red." Daniel was driving home late one night when he saw her. A woman standing on the side of the road, soaked from the rain. Her dress clung to her. Her long, dark hair hid most of her face. She asked for a ride. Hesitantly, he let her in. She barely spoke, just whispered directions. Then, suddenly, she was gone, vanished. The seatbelt? Still fastened. The only thing left behind? A damp, ice-cold handprint on the window. When he reached the destination she gave him, an old man answered the door. Daniel described the woman. The man nodded solemnly. "That was my daughter," he said. "She died in a car accident 10 years ago, on this road." It was past midnight when Eric saw him. A man, unnaturally tall, thin, wearing a suit, smiling, not a friendly smile. No, something was wrong. Too wide, too forced. Eric quickened his pace, so did the man. Then, without warning, the man ran, full speed, straight at him. "Found you." Eric never saw him again, but sometimes, he still dreams of that smile. Sarah's grandmother passed away last year, but the night after her funeral, her phone rang. Unknown number. She answered, static. Then, a whisper. "Sarah, don't forget me." The voice, her grandmother's, the same lullaby she used to sing, played faintly through the receiver. Sarah checked the call log. No record of the call. The next morning, her phone buzzed. A new voicemail. She pressed play. No voice, just breathing. Some stories are warnings. Others, invitations. Which one will you remember when the lights go out? Oh, and if you hear a whisper tonight, don't answer.